As my dream drew near, its fragile form splintered and fell away. My name is Maya. I grew up in a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery. We struggled to make ends meet, living hand-to-mouth in a one-room mud house. My parents worked tirelessly as farmers, but their earnings were barely enough to put food on the table. As the eldest of 4 siblings, I felt the weight of responsibility resting heavily on my young shoulders. Education was a luxury we simply couldn't afford. While boys in our village were sent to school, girls were expected to stay home, help with household chores, and eventually marry young. But I refused to resign myself to this fate. From a young age, I hungered for knowledge like a parched desert yearns for rain. I would sneak into the makeshift schoolhouse and listen intently to the lessons being taught. My thirst for learning only grew stronger with each passing day. When I was 10 years old, I mustered up the courage to ask my parents if I could attend school. Their initial reaction was one of disbelief. Education for girls was unheard of in our village, but after much pleading and persuasion, they reluctantly agreed. I'll never forget the feeling of stepping foot into the classroom for the first time. It was as if a whole new world had opened up before my eyes. I devoured every lesson with an insatiable appetite, soaking up knowledge like a sponge. But just as I was beginning to find my footing, tragedy struck our family. My father fell ill, leaving him unable to work. With our sole breadwinner incapacitated, our already precarious financial situation took a turn for the worse. As my father's health deteriorated, the burden of providing for our family fell squarely on my young shoulders. I took on odd jobs around the village, from babysitting to selling vegetables at the market, anything to put food on the table and keep a roof over our heads. Despite the overwhelming responsibilities, I refused to let go of my dreams. I continued to attend school, juggling my studies with work and household chores. There were days when exhaustion threatened to consume me, but I pressed on, fueled by the belief that education was the key to a better future. But just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, tragedy struck once again. A devastating flood swept through our village, destroying homes, crops, and livelihoods. We lost everything in the blink of an eye, reduced to mere refugees in our own land. Determined to rise from the ashes, I threw myself into rebuilding our lives. I worked tirelessly, day and night, to earn enough money to support my family and continue my education. It was a grueling uphill battle, but I refused to let adversity defeat me. Determined to make a better life for myself and my loved ones, I turned to entrepreneurship. I started a small business selling handmade crafts, using the skills I had learned in school. It wasn't easy, and there were many setbacks along the way, but I refused to give up. With determination burning in my heart, I began creating beautiful handcrafted items that reflected the rich cultural heritage of my community. From intricately embroidered textiles to colorful pottery, each piece was a labor of love, infused with the spirit of resilience that defined our village. But starting a business from scratch was no small feat, especially in the aftermath of the flood. Resources were scarce, and competition was fierce. There were days when I questioned whether I had what it took to succeed, whether my dreams were nothing more than fleeting illusions in the face of harsh reality. Yet, with every setback, I found the strength to pick myself up and try again. Failure was not an option. It was merely a detour on the road to success. Armed with determination and unwavering faith, I pressed on, refusing to let adversity dictate the course of my life. Slowly but surely, my business began to gain momentum. Word spread about the quality and craftsmanship of my products, attracting customers from far and wide. With each sale, I felt a renewed sense of purpose, a confirmation that I was on the right path. But success did not come without its challenges. There were times when I struggled to make ends meet, when the weight of responsibility threatened to crush me beneath its burden. Yet, through it all, I remained steadfast in my belief that better days lay ahead. As my business grew, so too did my determination to give back to my community. I reinvested a portion of my profits into initiatives aimed at empowering other women and girls, providing them with the resources and support they needed to pursue their own dreams. Today, as I look back on my journey from suffering to success, I am filled with gratitude for every hardship and every obstacle that crossed my path. For it was through adversity that I discovered my true strength, my unyielding resilience in the face of adversity. Though the road ahead may be long and fraught with challenges, I walk it with my head held high, knowing that with determination and perseverance, anything is possible. My journey is a testament to the power of hope, the resilience of the human spirit, and the unwavering belief that no dream is ever too big to achieve.